How about like our homeless military? If we're going to use Gitmo for some good purpose, why don't we take and find all of America's homeless military? Let's bring them to Gitmo, let them play on the soccer field and house them and feed them and treat them and give them the medical attention that they need, mental health assistance that they may need, and help them develop skills so they can, get back into society and have healthy and happy and productive lives. Just an idea if we're going to be using those facilities and spending that kind of money.
Sean Hannity was responding to a report that Biden plans to send Haitian refugees to Guantanamo Bay. And Hannity's big, powerful brain, he thought instead of sending refugees there, let's send veterans, homeless veterans to Gitmo. This is the same place that just last year was deemed cruel and unusual by the UN. He thinks that's the perfect retreat for veterans. Now, of course, veteran homelessness is an issue, and it's something that people and politicians have been trying to respond to or pretend like they care about. Veteran homelessness actually increased by 7.4% in 2023. That is alarming. But Brett, I want to bring you in here. If the homeless veterans get sent to Gitmo, that means you and I can't go on our boys trip.
I want to go on that boys trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to torture each other. Come on, let's do it. I want to go to Cuba, man. And I don't want to have to fly through Canada. Ugh, that place is gross. This is great. This is just like, I've never so desperately wanted there to be cameras in his studio. Like it's just that vibe that he was giving off when he's brainstorming. I just picture a big cigar and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and like there's a bunch of empty cocktail glasses all over the place. And they're like, he's just like, let's send the veterans. Like, this is the kind of thing that is like a joke on a joke on a joke, but there's still people in his audience who are gonna go, that's a great idea. Like there's some merit to it. Like, yeah, should it be a prison where we hold people indefinitely without charging them? Or should we rehabilitate our troops who have come back with PTSD and have trouble reinterpolating into society? Sure, that's a better idea. Is there a reason we can't do that here? Like, he's not serious, but these are the kind of weird ideas that you'll end up like, we'll send Michael Schur to a Trump rally and he'll ask a question. They'll be like, I think we should start sending people to Gitmo as a rehabilitation method.
This to me is an example of him just kind of being on autopilot and knowing like, okay, when I talk about any issue, I have to send her homeless veterans. You see it, every Republican, it's their typical whataboutism. Like, oh, we want to deal with this, we want to deal with that. Well, what about homeless veterans? And it's like, okay, we're gonna send Haitian refugees there. Well, what about homeless veterans? Yeah. And it's like, when you actually think about what that would look like, the punishment, and rather than just like letting them live in the communities where they are now, like building a support system for them right now, funding the VA and staffing the VA so they have resources where they are now. It's like, what about homeless veterans? Why can't they go to Gitmo? It's like, are you thinking about what you're saying?
Right.
Think about what you're talking about.
They just have like buckets of words. It's like homeless veterans, rehabilitated, Guantanamo Bay. There's a policy. And that's exactly it, dude. It's so like, he can't be proud of himself. Like, it's like, I knew a guy who was a chef and he's a Mexican dude from California. And he got a job in India and he went to India and he said like, what was crazy is I was just taking like tortillas and like cheddar cheese and another tortilla and just making quesadillas. And they were like, this stuff is brilliant. He's like, and that's like Hannity. He's like, I'm just slapping some tortillas together and people are buying it. He was like, I couldn't believe it. I was working like a 4-star resort, just making basic ass Mexican food and they were just gobbling it up. And like, that's gotta be the feeling Hannity has when he's like, I can't even believe they're buying this crap.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.